in America, we nearly stopped the tour and nearly didn't tour again. That was a real possibility that we weren't going to be a band anymore. And the line in Amsterdam, I left my heart in Amsterdam, that whole feeling was that it was almost, we'd almost stopped being a band, and it was looking back on our time, and Amsterdam was always like a really special place for us. We'd always had amazing shows. It was a place that we always seemed to come back to as a band. So it's almost like retrospective. I left my heart in Amsterdam. That was like, I left our band, Collective Heart. That was where we were, and maybe it was going to be the end. That was a tough time. I mean, and especially for like obviously Conor. Like, yeah.
How long did this feeling last?
It took him. Well, it took him definitely 3 or 4 months to get himself back together, but he told us during the time that he'd been feeling that way a long time previous. And I think it really just caught up with him during this American tour. We did a really long run. We did 8 weeks in America, and it was too long. And that's what it just broke him eventually. Like he struggled for a bit, and then eventually just stopped. When you're trying to make it as a band, that's definitely not what you think about. You never think, oh, you're going to get a certain level of success, and then something like just not being able to cope with touring, or just a person's makeup. You never think that that's going to affect it. But so it kind of threw us in that way. Yeah. If you're living with someone though on a bus, you don't, and you really see how it's affected them, you don't get angry. It's just sad to see. There's we were actually talking about this the other day. There's a video of us playing Conan O'Brien in America, and you can see it in his face. And like, it's very hard for us to watch that video back, because like it was a really tough time. And like, yeah, we actually watched it back and we were like, wow, like you can really tell.
What was the first time you thought, well, now we are a band again, now we're actually going forward?
We took him some time off and got him some help. He went to see a doctor. He had some therapy, and it was all just building blocks again. Yeah. And then we just started touring again slowly, and it didn't really happen overnight, but he's definitely in like a completely different place now. So like at this point, I can safely say that we're a band again. It's great, and we're like happy, but it was a slow process of getting back to this point.